Alright, folks, you're listening to Busker Broadcast, and I'm Abby the Spoon Lady, and we've got some special guests here with us. Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, my name is Leroy Johnson. I got my company is Mr. John Grizzle and Hiram Abraham Sawyer. We are the County Criminal Choir from Johnson City, Tennessee.
Awesome. Now, when I had first run into y'all, you were busking down there in front of Spare Techs.
Yeah, we decided one time that we figured we might come up to Asheville because Johnson City wasn't looking so promising that weekend.
Yeah, so, Johnson City's not looking very promising any weekend, really.
No, it's a pretty quiet place, generally speaking.
Do you guys busk in Johnson City?
Yeah. All the time.
Really?
Yes.
That's usually how we do band practice.
Oh, that's a great way to do band practice.
Yeah.
I love hearing you say that because, you know, I tell buskers all the time that busking is a little bit of paid practice, and it's awesome.
Exactly. That's the
awesome.
Same thing that we go by.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to have band practice, and you get to make a little bit of money while you're at it, too. You know?
Yeah, and you get feedback.
Yeah.
You know, you get to see what people are reacting to, what you should be focusing on.
Yeah.
So it's more than band practice, it's performance practice, which is a huge part of a show.
Yeah.
And sometimes bands kind of forget.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
You gotta keep practicing, and there's no better way than to get paid while you practice.
Right.
Yeah.
And buskers end up with a lot more of that performance practice, a lot more dealing with people, relating to people, and a lot of times it helps a lot with the musicianship. So when you're talking about professional street performers, you're talking about not only professional musicians, but the folks that can put on a professional show, and that's admirable.
It's a
Yeah,
trade.
it is.
It has to be well practiced to be good at it.
Exactly. So, how do folks find you guys on the internet?
Well, our Facebook is facebook.com/County Criminals, and that's the main site that we go off of, is that one. And then we have videos on YouTube that one of our good friends filmed for us.
Reverb Nation.
Well, we don't have Reverb Nation up.
Oh, well, we'll have a Reverb Nation up soon. Reverb Nation /County Criminal Choir.
Well, I am posting your links on our Busker Broadcast page right now, and also on the Asheville Buskers Collective page as we speak. So, do you feel like you're going to return to Asheville to do some more busking in the future?
Yes, ma'am. We plan to come around a whole lot more. We had a whole lot of attention the first time we came here, and we're hoping to have more love as we stay longer.
Yeah, so it seems like you were well received. Folks really enjoyed it.
For sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty much any song we drew a crowd just as soon as we started playing. They'd start hearing it, and we were there.
Yes, that's what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear. Well,
we didn't really realize how much better it is up here for busking, and how many more people are just out walking around.
Wait, have you done the Knoxville busk
Mm-mm.
yet?
I have, but I used to live there, so
it's on a different level for you.
yeah.
Knoxville isn't too bad.
No.
Nashville it just kind of depends on the week. As far as the police department's concerned, or the other buskers are concerned, or whatever.
We don't care. You know, if there's other buskers, I'm sorry, but we're a rude set of them. We'll sit right beside of you and play music.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, if we're 50 feet away, you know, that's about the best I can do for you.
Well, what we did last time was just wait till people finished on a good spot, you know?
Right. Well, in Asheville, we do the 2-hour rule thing where we all kind of just float around every 2 hours. And it makes it a lot easier because in other cities, folks are a little bit more competitive. And here, it makes it so that everybody kind of gets a chance, and it's a lot easier than, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we try to rotate a lot, but like I said, we will sit up right next to somebody. I mean, we will, but
you gotta make yours, you gotta make yours.
Pretty quick.
Right. All right. Let's start. Let's give them a taste of what you got, so that they know what I was impressed with. And I don't say that very often.
I do appreciate it. This is actually one of our newest ones. This is called Carter County Hotel, and I'm figuring that this is going to end up being the title track for our upcoming album that we hope to have out in 2016. So like I said, we're County Criminal Choir, and this is Carter County Hotel. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Ran into my still shit, grabbed my weed and grabbed my gun. So I ran back through the path with the backpack full of gear. Run up to my friend's house. On the way I grabbed some beer. I said, my friend, I need your help. Can I borrow your car? I bought you some drinks so you don't have to go far. Then I was flying out on the open road. Gotta sell some of this stuff so I can lighten up my load. One more quarter shine, just one more gram of grass. I look in the rear view and the cops are on my ass. I stomped on the gas, I had to leave Tennessee. Everything turned to a blur, rolling down 19E. I looked back behind me, I didn't see a soul, but the last thing I saw was a damn light pole. Every day's living hell, and I don't believe I'll ever leave the Carter County Hotel.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I do apologize. I had to pull away from the mic. I forgot one particular word that was in it. So
That's okay. That's okay. Well, what was that one called again?
Carter County Hotel.
Carter County Hotel. And y'all wrote that one?
Yeah, I actually wrote that one, I'd say about, 6 days ago?
Yeah.
Awesome. So y'all do a lot of writing? Or is it you that does most of the writing? Or
I do most of it, but that's not to say that they don't do it, because he's got a song that we've got that's called Nothing, and it's a wonderful song. It's one of the slower ones that we do, and Hiram is in the act of writing a song right now. I think it's called Lucifer's Envy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's,
So
we all
writing.
share
That's
the
cool.
writing, but yeah, I've done most of it so far.
That's cool. That's cool. How long have y'all been playing music and doing this together, or separate? I mean,
We'll let Mr. Grizzle answer this one first.
all right, Mr. Grizzle.
I just got with these guys a couple months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, but I've been playing with Leroy here for a few good years. We went to high school together, but I think we sound pretty good together, and I like Hiram's bass a lot. He does a whole lot of good for us.
Well, I got started, I'd say, around the time whenever I was 10, 11, I started playing in church. And so I learned the old gospel style picking. And then after that, I believe my first song was Amazing Grace, and my second one was Stairway to Heaven. So it was just like, everyone's like, oh, praise God. I want to play rock and roll.
Yeah,
So,
evolution is what it is.
It is. And Mr. Hiram?
Well, I started jamming with Leroy about a year and a half ago. We met playing for a different band, and we had an actual full band then, 5 people, and it kind of imploded, and everybody went their separate ways. And I really liked jamming with Leroy, so we decided to start something up on our own, and we've been doing this, about 6, 7 months, 8 months.
Yeah, something like that. I'd say about 6.
Yeah.
Just to make it an even number. But yeah, we've all been playing together now for about 6-7 months, and with Grizzle, it's been a newer addition. I think you joined up like what, 3 or 4 months ago?
Yeah, something like that.
And that was generally because, you know, 2 people, we can play pretty well, both of us, but, you know, it's still kind of empty in the background. And my good buddy Grizzle and me has been playing for years, so of course I turned to an old friend and I said, hey, why don't you come and play music with us? I need your help.
We're actually still looking for somebody to either play banjo or washboard or something else, you know.
Cool. Cool, yeah, awesome. There's lots of street performers floating around here and musicians floating around here. There's an overabundance of musicians here. Not saying that you can have too much music.
There's not many people where we're from that really play this kind of music. Most people either play metal or punk music. That's the majority.
Yeah, yeah, and you're wanting something a little bit more, kind of sounds like more on the countryside there.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely wanted to still hold a lot of the bluegrass and country feel of it. And, you know, in particular, that was why I wanted Grizzle to come and play guitar with us, because he's one of the finest bluegrass pickers that Gay City has ever accomplished. So, you know, I'm glad to have him here. Mr. Hiram plays a mean bass every day, and we just play our hearts out and try to do the best we can.
Awesome. You want to do another one?
That sounds like a plan to me.
Which one we do? Let's do Don't Move.
Don't Move.
Yeah, this is Don't Move. This was my first song that I ever wrote as a band. That was back whenever I played with Leroy and his Dusty Bible. And that one didn't work out, but, you know, we enhanced the song a little bit.
That's how me and him met, was playing for Leroy and his Dusty Bible.
Leroy and his Dusty Bible. Alright, boys. You hit that A minor for me one time. Uh-oh.
Tuning song.
Yeah, that little guitar doesn't stay in tune very well.
There you go. Alright, perfect. Sorry about that. Now, this is Don't Move. This is about a bank robbery, and hope y'all enjoy it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Don't move, come on you. If you live or die, the pimps will stick it on the ground. Don't wanna hear a beat, shut your mouth, I don't wanna hear a whip or a wing. I'm gonna make my way anyway I know how. I don't wanna wait, I want it all now. And if you stand in my way, then by my hand you will fall. I don't wanna wait, I want it all. Fill the bags. If you don't hurry up, y'all wear toe tags. Give it up, I've already won, and my reign has only just begun. I'm gonna make my way anyway I know how. I don't wanna wait, I want it all now. And if you stand in my way, then by my hand you will fall. I don't wanna wait, I want it all. And if you stand in my way, then by my hand you will fall. I don't wanna wait, I want it all. I want it all, I want it all, I want it all, I want it now.
Alright. Well, Do y'all have plans on taking any of this on the road or stuff booked in for the future?
Yes, in fact, we plan on having an album out by 2016, as I said earlier, called Carter County Hotel. And as soon as we can get that album produced and, have it out and ready, we want at least 10 songs. We've got 7.
Yeah.
So we've got just 3 more songs to go, and we're coming up with them as we speak, Like right now, I'm thinking of them every day. But, after we get 10, we'll definitely have it out by 2016, and then we plan on going on the road.
Awesome. You have any cities in particular you're wanting to visit?
Nashville. I would love to go to Nashville. Is there anywhere in particular that you would like to go?
I don't know. I'd like to go to Louisiana just to get wild down there.
Louisiana.
Yeah. New Orleans would be flippin' wonderful.
Yeah.
What about
Really,
you?
I'd like to go just anywhere people wanted to hear us. I don't really care where it is. I just like playing, We know some bands that are already touring and stuff, and they told us, that once we get all of our stuff worked out and we're ready, they could actually help us plan our route and everything. So
Well, I can help you in Nashville a little bit.
I do appreciate it. I would love it. I would also like to go to Chicago, just generally because I've heard that's a really good scene for the kind of stuff that we're into.
It is. The busking there, though, the permit is $100. And,
We plan to be millionaires. $100 ain't nothing.
as
No,
long as you're
I
aware
wish.
that you got to jump through a few hoops there. So you might want to call ahead and make sure.
Well, I do appreciate that advice.
Yeah. But yeah, there are a lot of cities that are really, really, really good for street performing and also good for the type of music that you do, and especially regionally here.
yeah,
And so I don't really see y'all having a hard time whatsoever. I think they'd really like you in Louisville, in the scene there. They have a lot of bands that are kind of geared towards. They really kind of like this style of music.
We've got bad luck with Kentucky.
Yeah.
we had a bad experience in Kentucky, but yeah, as long as we don't go back around there, we'll be all right.
The folks in Bowling Green, that we are sorry. We are not as bad as they made us out to be.
Yeah, we did our first music festival and things kind of got crazy and we had to get out of there pretty quick.
Yeah, it was like, it would have been my fault if my friends weren't too drunk. Like, it all, and I could have handled it. But my other band members, just like good band members would do, good friends too, they came to my aid, and there was a brawl that started pretty well, and we were in the middle of it. So,
And we weren't the ones who started it, but we were the ones who, of course, got asked to leave,
Yeah.
But
we out of towners.
it happens.
Bowling Green is kind of a strange place. They got a Waffle House on each side of the highway, and they like talk crap about each other behind their backs at each Waffle
Yeah.
House.
Well, it
Like,
was-
that Waffle House this, that Waffle House that. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it was all local people that we ended up getting into the argument with.
Yeah.
But, that kind of stuff happens.
That's life.
Well, speaking of festivals, though, you've got the Abington Busker Fest coming up. You're going to be hanging out and doing that one, right?
Yeah, I believe it's September 5th, if I remember correctly.
Right.
And,
Yeah, it's September 5th, and we'll be doing 2 one-hour sets between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m.
Awesome. Yeah, they are really, really nice folks. Abington doesn't really have necessarily a humongous busking scene, so to speak, but they really, really want the music and the action, and they're going full force and really, really trying and working hard on getting all this stuff together. So it's really awesome you're going out there.
Yeah, I'm glad that we've been asked to play.
Yeah, and I've never been to Abington, so I don't know how it is, and I'm always excited to go to new places all the time.
Well, they came on our show and we had a nice chat, and we talked a little bit about Busker Fest, because we're hoping, well, if I can get it put together by next fall, that'd be awesome, for Busker Fest for Asheville, which hopefully it'd be a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But, so I think it would be pretty interesting seeing how Abingdon's first model for their very first Busker Fest goes and how all that stuff pans out. So I'd love to hear an update when y'all are finished with that one.
For sure. We'll stay in
Love
contact.
it. I would love it. Yeah, and they were super nice, so I don't think you have any issues of getting into fist fights with these folks. Don't worry.
Well, this will be our first festival actually planned around our hometown, so it should be fun. We know some people who busk in Bristol on State Street, so hopefully they'll all be there.
You ever go to Floyd or anything?
Mm-mm.
They got a bunch of folks come out and trade songs on Friday night in Floyd all over the streets of Floyd, Virginia.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
We'll have to check into that.
Floyd, where?
Floyd, Virginia.
Floyd, Virginia.
Yep, yeah.
Is that anywhere near?
Don't think so.
It's on I think it's on the Parkway.
We'll have to find that and check it out for sure.
Sounds very interesting and fun.
Yeah, well, so we got Abingdon coming up. Any other things on the horizon?
No, well, me especially, I've kind of been out of commission just because I've been trying to write music. I haven't done any kind of booking, so
You're going to have to separate yourself a little bit and get in the
just
zone
for
for
a
writing.
little while I'm getting everything ready, just to make sure that by the time we're ready to be booking shows like that, then we have everything on point.
Yeah, we were taking a little bit of a break, but we got asked to do that Busker Fest, and you can't say no to something like that. So,
Cool, awesome. Let's see. Do you all have a specific song that you start or stop with ever? Do y'all do that? Some buskers do.
Not necessarily.
well, we usually end with "Deep in the Valley."
Yeah, Deep in the Valley is the one that we always end shows with, like, every time.
Well, maybe we should save that one for later.
Yes.
We're not done yet.
Like, that one I'll be picking up the mandolin, and I like that song a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
So how long have y'all been playing your instruments here?
11 years,
For the guitar?
2 years, no, not even 2 years, 1 year maybe 1 year.
Okay.
Banjo about 2 years, 2.5. I'm not that good.
Practice.
Yeah.
Banjo's a pretty difficult instrument.
Whenever I'm singing and I'm, picking, like actually doing rolls and stuff, it's just, doing like that, I just get stuck on
You want to
my
learn
fingers
bluegrass banjo?
Oh yeah, and it's ridiculously difficult for me.
And it's just about making those pathways in your brain.
Yeah.
Eventually it happens if you're persistent. And I have, after watching you play music, I have full-on confidence in your musical ability to pick up the banjo.
I do appreciate it. I'd say eventually I will get it, but it'll take some time.
Yeah.
But I thank you very much.
Well, when you do figure it out, let me know. We'll have it back in here and demonstrate. You don't want to play another one?
Yeah, I'm more than happy to.
Cool.
Which one you want to do?
Either, would you like a slow one or a good one about our hometown?
You play what you feel like playing. This is your moment. What you feel like showcasing is up to y'all.
Let's either do Trash Fever or The Wager. The Wager would be a good one.
The wager.
Yeah, but that one, is it okay to say on the radio?
I don't know about that one.
Okay. Then I don't think we can do that one. So let's do Trash Fever.
All right, trash.
This song's about Valley Forge.
Awesome.
This is where I'm from.
Awesome, perfect.
Yeah. Alright, everybody ready? Way down in the trailer, there's a hood like you never have seen. On the stove or in the bottle, there's some demons that's chasing after me. Well, I sat up in my bed, no rest, pounding in my head, no less. I'm shaking like a leaf, and yet I know what this must be. 'cause I got trash fever. There's a rattling in my bones and I can't sleep, 'cause I got trash fever. Give me another hit and set me free. Well, I just got back in the neighborhood and I stopped down by that trailer hood and I got my fix got in the mix, the trash of Carter County. Well, I took a hit and then lost shit that I was supposed to give. My friends all say it's beyond the way that I was supposed to live, 'cause I got trash fever. I got all these crystals deep down in my veins, 'cause I got trash fever. I can't take my life by the reins. Let's go! Trash fever. There's a rattling in my bones. I can't sleep, 'cause I got trash fever. Give me another hit and set me free, 'cause I got trash fever. I got all these crystals deep down in my veins, 'cause I got trash fever. I can't take my life by the reins. Trash fever. Thank you.
All right. So, I think Nashville will like you a lot.
From my experience, everybody likes us a lot. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know, Nashville in particular, I think, will, because a little bit of that outlaw country is very, very popular.
Yeah.
And, you know, fit right in with exactly what everyone's looking for at this moment in Nashville. And so it's kind of fun.
Well, I used to be the lead guitarist in a metal band way back in the day, and that was where I started after I learned from gospel and all that. I tried power chords, and, you know, I got into really aggressive music. And he used to be a metal singer, and Grizzle here used to play marching band. So we've got used to up-tempo beats and aggressive music, and we've always thought that that was a better thing than what everybody's trying to simple down and dumb it down and slow it down and sing it pretty.
Yeah, you just want to hoop and holler and have a good time, do a little foot stomping. And
we are the rough diamond in the coal. We are supposed to be rough from the very start.
There you go. That's perfect. You know, you do what makes you feel good, and that's what makes you happy with your musical career. You know, it's when you start trying to tailor to what other people want or what you feel other people want, then the stuff starts feeling weird in your heart when you're playing music.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's important to be true to yourself and play it like you mean it. Use your meat and potatoes, you know.
Well, I put everything that I've got into every time that I play. Every time, and from what I see, these boys do the same, and I believe that's why we've turned out so good.
Yeah. Well, y'all should do some booking here. I can give you a few names of some places that I think might enjoy you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, and maybe we can get you hooked up down here with a few things to do. I sure don't mind, and I'm sure that they won't mind. So it'll be great.
Yeah,
I was about to cough. I'm trying to get over a cough here.
That's okay.
We really like things up here from what we've seen so far. It's hard to get a following where we're from doing this kind of music. Just like, you know, I said, most of the bands there are metal or punk bands, and that's what most people like. So, but I mean, the people that do like this music are, you know, really into it, but there's not really that many of them around down there.
Well, there's lots here, and I am more than happy to plug you in down here, and that wouldn't be too hard to do at all. So
We do appreciate it.
that's no problem whatsoever. So Is there anything in particular that has stood out, like a specific instance while you were busking?
Actually, for me, I already know which one mine is. This was back whenever I was still playing with Leroy and his Dusty Bible, and we were walking down the street and we were busking, and none of us had a job. We're pretty well homeless, and so we're walking down the street and we're playing. Nobody's paying us any attention, not a little bit. But it's something called the Tree Street Yard Sales down in Johnston City, and there's a lot of people there. And this family calls us over, and they said, our little girl wanted to hear you play. And she comes up, and I swear she had her arms plumb full of flowers that she had picked from her neighbor's garden. And she just carried them over and threw them in the bucket, and I almost died. I took a picture of it, put it as our cover photo on Facebook and everything. That killed me. I loved it. But
That's awesome.
yeah, I did like that a lot. We played a lot of the softer songs for the little girl, and she danced and loved it.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. Then the family ended up giving us like $100 on the back end of it, so it's like, yes.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Street performance is extremely important for our children because it lets them experience things that otherwise they wouldn't be experiencing.
Yeah, they can't go in a bar and see it.
Well, not even that. Different types of music, different kinds of instruments, but also the other kinds of acts like magicians, jugglers, human statues. Where would you go to find a human statue if there wasn't street performing?
Nowhere, because it's bananas. But I'd come to Asheville because I've seen like 4 of them here. They're awesome.
You get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
If it weren't for street performing, certain things would die out. And also, I think certain music genres would dwindle away. And so it's really, really important for you to be showcasing what you're doing even where you're at, even if there isn't a whole lot of folks out there, seeking that particular genre of music, because maybe they just don't know it exists yet.
Yeah, one of my favorite comedians started out doing street performing, and he was juggling and doing different acts and stuff, and it led him into stand-up comedy.
Right. Yeah. Everything kind of moves on its own. It's a little bit...
Yeah, that's how he figured out how to work in front of a crowd and please people in a stadium and stuff, was doing it on the street. So they said it's way harder to win people over on the street than it is if they're paying to come see you.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, about street performers and the preservation of performance, learning how to use your instrument the correct way, learning how to project the correct way, learning how to interact with the crowd. Things like that are extremely important when it comes to music in general. And a lot of electrified music nowadays is the performance and so on. It's a totally different thing. You know what I mean? When it comes to acoustic performance, it takes practice.
Yeah,
It really does.
that's why I started playing stand-up bass. Is I wanted something that I could play anywhere. I could play it amplified or acoustic or whatever.
Right.
And we practiced acoustic enough to where whenever we're electric, it just makes it that much better.
Yeah.
But we're still great from the start. You got to start from the basics, and if you can do the basics right, then eventually you're going to get to where you can do it all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just takes determination.
Right.
I'd never played an instrument before I bought this, and it was just all pure determination. I was determined I was going to learn how to play a stand-up bass.
What made you decide to play bass?
Just watching. I went to a bluegrass festival at the Carter Family Fold in Hiltons, Virginia, and I went to see Ralph Stanley, and that was the very first time I'd ever seen a stand-up bass like on a stage and somebody playing it, and I really liked it. And then I started getting into Hank Williams III, and I went and seen them and seen his bass player, and he played a completely different style than anything I'd ever seen, and that's really what did it for me.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. You want to play another one? I think we got time for 2 more songs. Do you have 2 more songs for me?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Hey,
This
yes.
What do you want to do on this one?
Well,
So folks, we're listening right now. If you're just now tuning in, maybe y'all should reintroduce yourselves real quick and tell them who you are and where to find you real quick for
Alright,
those who are
we're,
just now tuning in.
we're County Criminal Choir. You can find us on Facebook or YouTube. On Facebook, it is,
Facebook.com/County Criminals.
and we are the bomb, if I do say so.
Awesome. Yeah, what are we doing here?
It's either the wager or nothing.
Can you leave any of the words in the wager out that you can't?
I can try.
Feel free to use them.
Okay. Okay. So, I'm gonna need that thing a lot closer. It's okay. I'm just giving you a hard time. 1, 2, 3.
Tell me, baby, that you ain't gonna make me choose between your heart and my music and booze, because I know what you've been doing. We're at new tune, baby. That's a wager that I know you're gonna lose. Now, baby, don't come around, 'cause I don't want you anymore. Done got locking up my windows and doors. You and your bullshit can't just stay outside. You say you don't know how I sleep at night. Well, now I tell you that it's better than you, honey, 'cause I don't dream about marrying doctors with money. All I need is a place called my own, and baby, for you to know that there ain't no crying when you're gone. Now, baby, I'm real sorry things that didn't work out. I'm sorry you can't run your mouth. I'm sorry I didn't kick you the hell out the very first time you showed your face round my house. I tell you, I don't know how I fell for your game. I'm sorry I ever heard your name, but how could I expect much more when I made my wager on such a little...
Well, I loved it, and thank you so much for trying so hard.
No,
I think it's awesome.
I let it slip.
I wouldn't even worry about it right now. I'm just really glad that you guys are here with us, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, I do appreciate the offer, and I hope that everybody out there is enjoying it.
I think that they probably are. And, well, let me tell you something. I have been street performing about a decade, and what I love about street performing is that I get to meet so many new people, and also that I get to meet so many awesome musicians, and I'm really, really honored to have you on the list.
Well, I do appreciate it, and you know, that is a wonderful thing. I couldn't tell you how many times I've run into musicians on the side of the street, you know, just coincidentally have my guitar, because I constantly do.
Yeah.
And, you know, sit down and be like, hey, what do you play? And have them show me something, and that increases my knowledge on things that I can add to my music, and I use that a lot.
Now, that's a really important statement. When you talk about learning and switching things around with other performers, a lot of buskers will float around band to band in Nashville, and you can see by the end of the summer how much they have learned. I mean, it's like night and day for some of these musicians on how much their music improves, their picking improves, or their timing, if they're doing percussion, whatever it is.
Yeah, I've watched people around Johnson City grow into good music. Very, very talented musicians.
Right. All it takes is a way to get it out, and street performing is a really important way to do that. So, yeah, learning, passing things on, oral tradition, that's what that's about.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is when you're playing and you meet a musician and they know some of the songs that you already know, and you end up jamming with somebody you've never met before.
Now, are there songs that you hear floating around a lot between street performers?
Definitely one that most know is Johnny Cash, Folsom Prison.
Yeah.
That's one
That gives me a Nashback every time.
yeah. So that's one that 90% know, and then a lot of them are the old bluegrass stuff, like Circle Be Unbroken or Amazing Grace.
Reba!
Yeah.
And then you just play the chords for the first two scales, and you're like, now shut up, I'm not playing.
Yeah. Yeah, Wagon Wheel ends up being one of those songs for people.
Yeah, that's one that we get asked to play all the time, and
We refuse most.
We don't play Wagon Wheel on Busker broadcasts.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I love.
It's a good song. It's just been overplayed.
Yes. I loved it when it came out, and then everyone and their grandmother had it on their radio at all times of the day, and I was like, okay,
every
well,
busker was playing it. Every single busker was playing it.
Yeah, and it's the same chords to a Leonard Skinner song. All I can do is write about it in the song, and I knew that one. So I was like, why do I need to learn this song? I've already got that chord set.
Well, since we're talking about Wagon Wheel, I wanted to give a big shout out for Matt Kinman. Maybe you're listening online. Thank you. Well, okay. Yeah, let's do another one.
All right.
So we're doing
We got one more or two more?
Well, we got about 10 minutes.
We can pull it off.
All right.
Short conversation in between the two.
Sure. Sounds like a plan.
So which one?
Nothing. As a matter of fact, I am going to play this on mandolin too.
Here, you're grabbing the
he's,
mandolin here. That's,
he's going to have to come over here to the mic.
Yep.
He doesn't sing very well. You've noticed I don't even say much.
That's all right.
A man of few words, but a man of many deeds.
They know you're there.
Yeah, probably have to get in close.
Count us off, big man.
Oh, he's about ready. Go through it one time and sing.
Yeah.
All right.
What's this called?
Nothing.
Let's play nothing.
But no, this is one I wrote, and they wanted to pick it up, so why not, I guess. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Look around, it's just empty bottles and it's got you down. You got nothing. You got nothing. Well, you walk outside and down the street, you see the man on the corner just sitting at your feet. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. Except the sign that in letters of red said if it wasn't for your change, then you'd find me dead. I got nothing. I got nothing. Well, you ought to come a man with a wallet so wide, but if you look in his heart, he's got nothing inside. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. Well, the poor man asks for what he can spare. He looks at him and says, why would I care? You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. Well, he balls his fist and he strikes out quick. The sight of that swing nearly makes you sick. You see nothing. You see nothing. Well, you get mad and you pull your gun. You pull back the hammer at the count of 1. He ain't breathing. He ain't nothing. Well, you hear the sirens, but you sound so dull. The cop takes his club and he cracks your skull. You see nothing. You see nothing. Well, you wake up in the morning and you're laying in jail and you got no money for to go your bail. You got nothing. You got nothing. Well, he left your belt around your waist. You look at the walls and think it's sitting in this place. There ain't nothing. There ain't nothing. Well, you wrap your belt around the bars and around your neck and lift your feet off the floor. You see nothing. You ain't nothing.
And that one was called Nothing.
When did you write that one?
I wrote that maybe a month before I got with the band, so probably about 4 months ago.
We just recently started playing it just a couple weeks back.
Yeah, well, we just recently got good at it.
Yeah.
Me and Grizzle's been playing it for about a month since he's known it, because he showed it to me pretty immediately, but that was just because we was hanging out. I think he showed it to me before you were even part of the band, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I did. I just really liked that riff, and if I couldn't do nothing with it, I was going to give it to him to do something with.
Yeah, and he ended up beating me to the punch, so he got it.
All right. Now you had one last one to do. What was it called?
It's called Deep in the Valley.
Give me a tuner. With a quickness.
Oh.
I got it.
Yeah, this one's called Deep in the Valley. It's a song about our hometown, about Dennis Cove.
It's a song about killing somebody and burying them in Dennis Cove.
Yeah,
I wrote
basically.
it about 6 to 8 months ago.
And that's the first song that he ever played mandolin in the band with.
This is the first time I ever played mandolin. I just ended up coming up with the riff, and I was like, man, this sounds awesome. I gotta write something for that. So, this is Deep in the Valley, and again, this is County Criminal Choir from Johnston City. You can get us on Facebook or YouTube. Just look up County Criminal Choir. This is Deep in the Valley. Ready?
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
I left out from a party drunk and stoned one summer night. Decided on some wrongs I wanted to make right. I went up to the mountain just looking for a fight. Kicked in his damn front door and ended his life. Now he's deep in the valley, 6 deep in a hole. Back in the hollers where no one will go. He made up his mind when he made one mistake. What I work and sweat for is not just a stick. The things you have done have showed me your ways. Now the time has come to seal your fate. Now he's deep in the valley where no one's around. Back in the hollers where they can't hear a sound. On his body lying broken, beaten there. Knowing well I had much time to handle this with care. So I wiped down for my prints, I vacuumed for my hair. I dumped off his body, now all to ask is where he is. Deep in the valley where dead men don't turn. Back in the hollers for eternity he'll burn.
Alright, folks. That was awesome. Alright. So, I guess tell everybody where to find you again real quick and
Alright, well, first of all, I would like to say it was a pleasure to see you again. Abby the Spoon Lady.
Yep.
I guess
I'm
is
glad
the
you
best
came
way to
in.
address. I am very glad that I came as well. And
Yeah, we really appreciate you having us.
Yeah, and when you guys get your recording done, or if you guys are, if you're about to go on tour, you can come through here, Busker, and let me know, and we'll do an update,
For sure.
Okay, sounds good.
And, I would like to thank all the listeners out there for listening. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, we are County Criminal Choir. You can find us at
Facebook.com/County Criminals. And you can just look up our name on YouTube, and some of our videos will come up. There's full shows on there and everything.
Awesome. Full shows. That's cool. Yeah, and so you guys are listening to Busker Broadcast on WPVM 103.7 FM in Asheville. If you would like to be part of this broadcast, let me know. Send me an email, abbyspoonlady@gmail.com. Get a hold of us at WPVMFM.org. Don't try to trick me. I know the buskers. I'm walking around. If you're not a busker, don't be trying to weasel me onto this show. We might be able to find you another show that you can speak on. So still send us an email, though. Just don't try to trick me. I've had several people trying to trick me. I'm like, I know. Well, it takes guts to go out there and play music, and I really enjoyed listening to y'all, and it was awesome to have you.
Well, thanks for having us. This is our first chance we've got to do something like this, so it's fun.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll have you back. It'll be great. And if you have other friends from your area coming down to go busking, let me know too.
Okay.
We will for sure. In fact, hopefully next time you see us, we'll have a washboard player with us.
Cool.
It just depends on how things work out.
Awesome.
It
All
may
right.
even be someone in this room.
Ooh. All right, well, folks, we're going to take a quick break and get our next artist in. So we're going to revert to some bus break for a moment, and so hopefully you will continue to hang out with us. Well, y'all got any last minute shout outs?
Well, I would like to thank Campbell Morrell Music and Wilbur Killed Hunter and my mama and my sister.
There you go.
Anybody else?
No, man.
What about you?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my son, Aiden.
How old is Aiden?
He's 8.
Awesome. All right.
Hopefully he's listening right now.
Well, we're gonna archive this and put it on YouTube. Make sure y'all have a copy, and if you want a raw copy, I'll send that to you too. No problem.
Thank you very much. I would appreciate either of them, really, just as long as I can see it.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. All right, folks, going on break.